Good morning and shalom, it's Melanin Wisdom. So I wanted to come on here and just share some dreams that I've been having, treason dreams that I've been having, and I keep having them. So I feel like I gotta share these dreams because I keep having them. So the dream started in January of this year. And the first dream that I had, I don't even remember the whole dream. You know, like how you have a dream and you wake up and you know it's more to that dream, but you just can't remember. But it's a certain part of the dream that you remember, like the part that the Most High wants you to remember, obviously. It's what you remember. But I can remember me and my husband, we was just sitting, just relaxing or whatever, just relaxing. It was a normal day. And out the blue, the police kicked the door in, and literally grabbed my husband and told them he was being taken for treason, and they wouldn't explain, like, what do you mean? Like, we don't do hateful things. We don't plan to come against the government. We don't do any of that. So treason, that's what treason is, when you're making a plan to come against and take over to overthrow the government. That's what treason is. And it was like, well, you've been preaching this gospel and that's considered treason. And I remember his job. So they took him to jail. And I can remember his job was saying, you cannot come back. You cannot return back to work until your name be cleared from this. And that's all I remember from the dream, y'all. And it took me like, when I had this dream, we was actually on a little like short trip for our anniversary down south when I had this dream. And I don't know, it's like sometimes when I go, like when we go to different places, locations, and I tend to have like, I can't even say that, but I thought the dream was, I don't know, it was disturbing. The dream was very disturbing to me. And that was it with that dream. That's all I remember with that dream. And so the second dream, it's 4 dreams. I done have 4 treason dreams since January, y'all, and it's June. So over the 6 months, I done have 4 dreams. And they all pretty similar. So the next dream that I had, okay, I'm gonna tell you the dream about me. So I remember in this dream, there was a lot of Edomites chasing me. They was coming for me. They was looking for me. And, you know, I was kind of out of Dodge, and I was kind of hiding because I knew they was looking for me. But the only reason they was looking for me is because they were saying that, you know, you believe in God and you've been telling people about God and you've been preaching this gospel and sharing it with people, and that's treason. You're not allowed to do that. Again, you guys, if you go on the internet and you type in what treason really is, it's only when you come up with a plan to try to overthrow their government. You're considered a terrorist. And nowhere in that definition does it say if you believe in the Bible or if you tell other people about the Bible, are you considered, you know, a threat? But you are considered a threat. So anybody that's believing in the Bible and teaching the Bible or sharing, you know, scriptures about the Bible to help awaken Israel, they're gonna look at you as a threat. That's gonna be considered treason. So back to my dream. So I was out of Dodge because, you know, I know they was looking for me because I believe in the gospel and I share the gospel. When I come into contact with people, I just tell them, you know. So this dream was very disturbing. So in the dream, my mom, I love you, Ma, but this was in my dream, so I got to share it. In the dream, my mom had went to the heathen and had revealed my location, had told them where I was. And so when that had happened, you know, they found me, they snatched me up, they grabbed me. And I can remember, it was like I'm trying to explain it. So it was like it wasn't a room, but it was kind of like a box, like not an actual cardboard box, but it was like a little space with a door. And they put me in this room. They put me in this room, shut the door and locked it. And in this room, basically, they hit a button and it began to electrocute you. It began to electrocute you. And I don't know how, but somehow, you know, I was pleading my case in this dream, and I was pleading my case like, you know, I haven't done anything. Only thing I believe in the gospel. Like, I was just telling people about the gospel. I haven't done anything, you know, like, I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a threat. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying to them. And somehow I end up kind of talking my way out of there. I got out. And when I got out, I ran again. And in this dream, I can remember. So after I had got out, I can remember somehow I was able to talk to my husband, and I had told him, and I was like, you know, they want to kill me. They want to kill me for this gospel now. They want to kill me because I believe in the word. They want to kill me because I share the word with other people. And I can remember my husband. I'm trying not to tear up, but I can remember my husband. He was like, you have to make a decision now, right now, if you're willing to die for the Lord. And I remember them was his exact words in the dream. And I was just like, you know, I just kind of looked at him like, wow, you know. And in that dream, I had made a decision that I would die for the Lord, that I would die for his gospel, that I would. And I turned myself in. I went back. I didn't want to run anymore. So I returned back to them. And they put me back in this room and they locked the door. And I can remember they hit that button and I can just feel, I started to feel, which was so weird to me, but I started to feel like the electricity. I felt it in my heart. I started to feel it in my heart and in my body. And then I woke up. Y'all. That dream really disturbed me, but I understand, like, them the times that we living in right now, y'all. We in Jacob's trouble. Look around. All you have to do is look around. Look around at the signs, man. Like, we right there. We right there at the cusp of Jacob's trouble, man. I believe it's like already started. It has started. We're just not in the heat of it yet. It's just not, what's the word I'm looking for? It hasn't really been displayed, like, you know how the Bible tell us it's going to be tribulations, it's going to be perilous times like, but if you look around, it's that now, you know what I'm saying? It really is. So with that being said, like, I was really disturbed about that dream, but at the same time made me like really think about this. Like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like in Maccabees, I believe it's second Maccabees, first or second Maccabees, the woman with the 7 sons, man, how they was willing to die. They was willing to die for this gospel, meaning they decided to die, you know, instead of doing what the heathen told them to do. They was trying to get them to eat pork, but they was willing to give their life for the Lord. instead of do that abominable thing in the sight of the Lord. So that was my second dream that I had. Okay, the third dream that I had, y'all. So it was like, it was chaos in the world. It was chaos in the world, and the Israelites was scattered. They was scattered. Like we was literally like in hiding. We was in hiding mode, meaning we was out of Dodge. We were in hiding mode, out of Dodge, man, because everybody, all authority, all Edomites, all nations was looking for the Israelites, man. The Israelites that's out there preaching his word, the Israelites that believe, anybody that believed in the Bible, they was looking for. So I can remember my family, we was at this location. And it was other Israelites there. It had to have been about maybe 200 people. But everybody that was there, they hadn't been awakened yet. Some was still asleep. Some was awake into the truth, you know. And I can remember I was looking at the TV, and on the TV it was like breaking news. And on the TV it had announced, it was like, anybody caught teaching the Bible or teaching the word of God or talking about the Bible, telling anybody about the Bible, they was going to be kicked out the USA. Just like that. It came on the news, breaking news. Anybody caught, and then they said Hebrew Israelites. They specified, in my dream, they specified Hebrew Israelites. Anybody caught teaching the Bible, teaching the gospel, or talking about the Bible to anybody, they will be kicked out the USA. But this was the catch, y'all. They was saying that they was kicking people out of the USA, but they really wasn't kicking you out the USA. They was taking people, and I seen this in my dream, they was taking the Hebrew Israelites to this secret location, but really it was a concentration camp. And there they was killing us. They was killing the Israelites, man, in my dream. And after I seen this disturbing announcement, breaking news on the TV, I can remember I looked, and it was some of my family members there. They wasn't aware of the truth. And I remember I started telling them about the truth. In the dream, I started to tell them about the truth, who they were, you know. And after that, I had woke up. I woke up after that. And then there was one last dream. This dream was kind of strange. So it was a big old like gathering, and I don't even know what the occasion was, but it was a big gathering. And there was heathens there, and it was a mixed multitude of nations, basically. It was a mixed multitude of nations there, right? Something was going on. I can't quite remember like what was going on at the time, like what the whole occasion was about. But I can remember me and my husband had showed up. We had showed up, and I can remember it was this Edomite woman. When I showed up, she just looked at me like she had already had a problem with me. An unknown problem, like just out the blue. It was like she was very demonic. And she came over to me and said something crazy to me. And I was just like, I can't remember exactly what she said, but she said something very disrespectful and like crazy to me. And I was like, I don't got time. I don't have time for that today, you know? So me and my husband, we walked off, and then like it was time for whoever, what the occasion was, it was a speaker at the front, and it was time for them to speak. So everybody found seats to sit down. And there was, so they did a head count, basically. They did a head count, and so there was only enough seats for the people that was there. So there wasn't like extra seats, extra tables, or any of that. So we was the last ones to sit down. And lo and behold, I look, and our seats is next to this woman that had a problem with me. I was like, oh my God, is you serious? You know, so I was just like, whatever, let's go sit down. So I came and sat down, And this woman just began to start vexing me. She started vexing me, and I was just like, you know what? I don't know what your problem is, but you really need to leave me alone. Man, she was a Karen in this dream, y'all. She was a Karen. Do y'all know I blew her off and began to listen to the speaker, and she had called the police. She called the police. I don't know what she told the police, but the police had just showed up. They had showed up, and we was looking like, what the police here for? And they came up to me. And when they came up to me, they wasn't trying to talk or nothing. They just like grabbed my arm and tried to arrest me. And I was like, what's going on? You know, and I kind of tried to jerk away. And, you know, when you try to jerk, it starts to escalate very quickly. And then I heard her tell them she kicked my husband in the face, and then she assaulted me. And the whole thing was a lie, y'all. The whole thing was a lie. She had fixated in her mind that she hated me, that she was going to call the police, and that she was going to lie on me. So, like, the police wasn't even trying to hear nothing. They didn't ask questions. They came and just tried to snatch me up. Not try. They literally, like, grabbed my arm and, like, started roughing me and snatching me up. And my husband's like, no, hold on. I don't know what y'all doing or whatever. And so when he said that, like, the police officer, he got even more aggressive with me. He took my arm and tried to bend it behind my back. And I don't know how, but by the grace of God in the dream, y'all, I was able to snatch away, man. And then I just dipped. I was out. Like, I ran. And then my husband ran right behind me. And mind y'all, like, in a dream, like, we was just running. We was just running, man. We was running for so long, y'all. And we had to take a break. And then, like, it was kind of like, I don't know if anybody, ever seen, like, Underground, when the slaves ran away from the plantations, and they was running. You know, they was trying to get up out of there. It was kind of like that in a dream, but it was, like, more modern, like today. It wasn't like back in ancient days. But anyways, we would rest for a moment, and it was like as soon as we rested, the heathens was right on us, man. They was like right on us. And so we had to get up, and we kept running, man. We went through waters and everything. In the whole dream, we just was running for our lives. We was running for our lives, man. There was no rest. There was no peace. We was just running, y'all. Like in a dream, I was so exhausted. I was so tired. But it was like if I didn't have the willpower to want to survive, man, I would have probably died in a dream. But you had to keep running, or they was gonna kill us. And that was it, y'all. That was the fourth dream that I had. With that being said, we approaching them times. They're approaching very quickly. And you know, of course, I pray when I have dreams like that. I believe these dreams, they come from a higher place. I believe the Most High be giving me these dreams, man. That he be giving me visions and stuff. And so with that being said, I got a couple of scriptures I wanted to just bring out. Scriptures that help people to remember when these times approach us. You know, when you have nobody, when you alone and these things is happening to you, you know, Jacob's trouble is happening. You have to know the scriptures to help you to get delivered out of your situation. The Most High, he got his. He got us. He got us in his hand. He got us covered and protected in his hand. And I know that, I know this, but I just want to share a couple of scriptures. Some of them are a little lengthy, but I'm going to try to be very quick because I'm at 19 minutes. So I was trying to get this done very quickly. So the first one I'm going to go to is Matthew 24:21 through 22. And it reads, "For then shall be great tribulations, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." So these are just scriptures to just help you and for you to know that, like, when these times approach us, we got to remember the words of the Most High. We got to remember the words and the promises of Yahweh Shai, man. We got to know that he got us in the mighty palm of his hand, and no hurt nor torment shall come to his children, man. That's what we got to know. So the next scripture is Matthew 24, 6 and 14. And it reads, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. Then the end shall come. And this Yahweh Shai speaking, man. So, like, I just got chills when I just read that. But I got 2 more scriptures, y'all. I'm not going to stretch this out long at all. Isaiah 41 and 10. Isaiah 41 and 10, and it reads, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. And then Psalms 91, 1 through 7. If y'all don't remember nothing else, remember these scriptures, man, because the time of Jacob's trouble is here. It's here, and you gotta be able to pull on the Most High. You gotta know what his word is. You gotta know his promises to us. It's very important, man. These very scriptures could keep you in that time of trouble. In that time of trouble. So Psalms 91, 1 through 7. And it's way more scripts in the Bible about just, you know, the Most High protecting us and keeping us. You just have to get in there and read them. Where am I at? 91. Here it is. 1 through 7. And it reads, he that dwell in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge. He is my fortress, my God. In him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall off thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thy eyes, I know this verse 8, but only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. All praises to the Most High. I had to share these dreams and these scriptures with y'all. I teach my kids. I've made them learn Psalms 91, Psalms 51, the scriptures that we gonna need, because my husband be telling me it might be a time where we all are separating. The only thing that you got is this word. You have to learn it, get it rooted deep in your heart, and be able to call upon the Lord and trust that he gonna deliver you and keep you from all hurt and from all harm that maybe try to be brought upon you. So that was it, Israel. Thanks for listening, and shalom.